And welcome back to another vlog. If this is your first time here, I am Chandra Yvette, simply a fabulous girl doing regular things. And if that is your vibe, be sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you do not miss another upload from me. All right, y'all. So it is a good Thursday afternoon. It's just before 12:30. I am getting ready to go and pull up all of my fall decor. I need to do some sprucing up down there, some dusting, of course, but definitely need to get the all of my fall decor for the most part packed away. Most of it won't carry into the point or the transition of the Christmas decor that I'll put out down there. So I'm likely going to go ahead and pull all that stuff up. That's going to be my primary focus for this week, this vlog. More than likely, like I said, I'm going to, again, get the decorations down. I'm hoping to be able to get out, pick a paint color. And if I can't do anything else, it would be a blessing, a huge blessing to my heart to be able to paint the kitchen. So we went and looked at paint the other day. And I'm kind of thinking, like I said, that I want to do a main neutral interior color, and then I'll probably do like a pop of color instead of having so much color throughout, which you guys may or may not be able to tell, but most of the stuff that's painted downstairs is primarily the kitchen. Most of the other areas have this kind of like blank light canvas, and then I've just got color added in with the decor. And so I'm kind of trying to turn gears and go that way in the kitchen as well. So, like I said, I looked at it, and really, like I said, when it comes down to it, the main thing is just me really digging my heels in and just getting it done. It is a little bit intimidating because it's been so long since I last painted. And I want to make sure that it looks right. I don't want it looking any kind of way. I'm not bringing in professional painters to paint in the kitchen area. So because I'm going to be doing this part myself, I want to make sure that it's right. And so it's really just a matter of me getting out of my own way and just getting it done, because I have a feeling once I get started, it won't be as hard or seem as intimidating as I've made it. So anyway, like I said, I've been kind of going through some of these colors to kind of see what I want to go with. And I'm actually also thinking about painting my front door. Some would just change it, and ideally that may be something that I end up doing. But right now, I'm considering painting the door as opposed to replacing the door. So that may be something else that I look into, just another little DIY project. I've got that, and then I've also got a little cabinet-like piece that I'm probably going to be painting over to see if I can bring back to life this little cabinet that I once had. It's got some older touches to it, but I think with a fresh coat of paint, I can bring it back to life. So that may be something else that I may tackle in this vlog. But all in all, for the most part, like I said, I'm most definitely going to be getting down the fall decor and getting some inspiration on how I intend to decorate for this upcoming Christmas season. So I just wanted to jump on and introduce the vlog. Hope everybody is having a great day, and I will of course be checking in with you guys as we go. I'm going to put these khaki colored curtains in the dining room. To me, they kind of make this space look or feel a little odd. So I'm gonna try moving these into the dining room, and then I'm gonna put some what do you call it? Cream colored. I'm gonna do some matching curtains, like to match the actual furniture itself in here, and make it more of a monochromatic look. I think I'm gonna change the curtains out in here just to see if it gives the room what I'm trying to get from it. Because right now, like I said, the khaki fits certain themes, but it doesn't really fit just like an overall cohesive feel for me. So I think I'm going to change them out and just see if that will make a difference. I haven't actually gotten the right curtain rods for curtains in here. But we're still going to try it out and see how it works. And then if I like that look, then I'll go ahead and get some curtain rods as well that'll kind of go with it. No, that's kind of off topic because we're supposed to be taking down all this stuff, including all these pumpkins and all these acorns and all of that stuff. So I'm going to, that's just one thing that I thought about, and I may be able to pull that off or get that done in this vlog, but I don't know, but we're going to try and see. Starbucks and I had a protein shake as well. Now I'm going to head to Home Depot. The goal is to at least pick up some samples at minimum. I'm also going to try to paint a sliver somewhere in the kitchen to try to get an idea of whether or not I like this color or not, and then move forward. So those are my goals for the moment. Also need to go and get a fill-in. I really could probably go another week or so, but I've got one nail that chipped, and not really sure why, because like I said, the nails haven't really grown out that much, but I'm gonna still have to go ahead and try to get them done just because of that chip nail issue. So I may go by the nail shop also once I leave Home Depot. I don't know how much time I'll have. It's just after lunchtime at this point, and so like I said, we do have that game later on today, and we're likely going to be leaving probably in about 5 hours or so. Takes about 45 minutes to an hour to get to the location. So I don't really know that I'll have as much time as I hope, but at least if I can get those couple things done and off the list, I'll be good. And then tomorrow, getting up early, taking care of the things I need to take care of, then maybe I can focus some on a room or two in the house. So like I said, that is the goal. I'm running to Home Depot now. I'll either see you guys there or at the nail shop. Alright, y'all, I picked some paint, but I believe I got it in the wrong finish. In fact, I'm sure I got it in the wrong finish. I intended to get it in eggshell, and I ended up getting it in semi-gloss. So I know that the samples that I try are going to have a little bit of a glossy shine to it, even though that's not my intent. I don't want it to be completely flat, but I don't want it to be real shiny either. So that's why I'm going to go with the eggshell. But hopefully I'll at least be able to get an idea of whether or not I like the color or not. So I'm just waiting on him now to finish mixing them up, and then we'll head to the nail shop. Alright, y'all, so just finished getting my nails done. Got a nice rich chocolate brown color on the main nails, and then just painted my ring finger this nice burnt orange color. Very festive, I think. Think it's like shade 270 on the chocolate brown and 272 on the burnt orange color. Princess Diva is the name of the paint, and they said it's new colors. Make sure I'm in gear. They said that these colors are new. The brand is new. It's definitely better than some of the other colors that I've used in the past. So, pretty pleased about that. I need to run over to TJ Maxx real quick and see if I can find some gloves. Remember, I'm going to the game tonight, and the last football game that I went to, somehow or another, I managed to lose a glove. Don't know how. And then I'm going to head home. That gives me probably about 2-ish hours to get ready before the Hubs picks me up. So I am heading to TJ Maxx. All right, y'all, real quick, here is my OOTD for the game. Just wearing this little two-piece number. It's just a brown two-piece set that I got some time ago. Very comfortable. Just got on some brown kicks and brown socks. I may actually cover those. I'm not sure how I feel about the socks showing just yet. Gonna just carry my little Clio shoulder bag, crossbody style more than likely. And I'm probably going to wear my maybe my brown trench. I'm not sure yet, but I'm thinking I'm probably going to put the brown trench on just to kind of keep it monochromatic, but also kind of break up the darker color of the brown. So here is the look of the night, and we are headed out to the football game. Got some curtain rods here, and they look like they're going to be a little bit tricky, so I may be waiting for backup assistance to get this done, because I can already see myself getting annoyed trying to do this. So we shall see, but I'm thinking might not be able to do this right now. All right, y'all, so it's a little bit later in the day. Time has changed, and so it has already started getting dark outside. But I wanted to just give you guys a quick view of how the panels look, or just kind of talk to you guys a little bit about it, rather. I think I may have showed you what the actual curtains look like once I got them up. All right, so as you can see, I've got the panels up. I have not, of course, closed them just yet, but I think that it makes the room look a lot more uniform, a lot more sleek. Of course, you can see I've got my white flock tree up, and she is gorgeous in this space. The video probably won't do it any justice, but I really do love the way that this space looks and feels, especially by changing out the window treatments and kind of updating that a little bit. Of course, I don't have any of the decor in the room just yet, besides the tree being set up. But I really do like the way that this space looks and feels. very, very Christmas-like, and I can just see the pops of red and probably the teal blues, probably going with the same theme in here as last year, but I can already see how pretty it's going to look in this space once I finish it up. All right, I wanted to show y'all the samples that I picked, which 3 of them, which were supposed to be more like the more like a beige kind of off-white color. They all kind of look the same. So, bless you. I don't really know which one I'm going to pick. I realized this guy not only gave me the wrong brand, but he also gave me the wrong finish. He'd given me, I think that I had asked for eggshell. I didn't want anything that's real shiny, but then I didn't want anything that's real dull or matte or anything that would scuff easy. But he gave me satin, and they were supposed to be in the Bear brand, but he gave me the Glidden brand, which I've used Glidden before. I like Glidden. But all 3 of these, y'all probably can't tell, but they all 3 actually look the same. One of them has a little bit more of like a brownish, tannish, creamy-like hue to it. But they all are relatively about the same. So I don't really know how much of a difference I'm going to be able to get by using these paint samples. But I did buy some swatches. So he recommended that I buy these, and this way I wouldn't have to actually put them on the wall. But I don't know if I'm going to try the paint out actually on the wall or if I'm going to try these swatches. More than likely with these samples that look almost exactly the same, I'll probably put them on this swatch so that I can compare each of them, and maybe on something like this I'll be able to kind of get a better idea of what it would look like on the wall as opposed to trying to put it directly on the wall, because the lighting and everything is not that good in that space. And I think that if I were to try to put it on the wall to try to get an idea of how it would look, I probably won't get a true real feel of how the space looks. So I'm probably going to use those swatches for that purpose. This is the backsplash that I actually had in there. This is just some excess that I had from when that was installed in the house. But I know that that's what I was trying to tell you guys before. A lot of the neutral colors in here would be suitable for any one of these shades of paint. So I may do that. And then I was kind of thinking about doing like some accenting in like a darker, probably darker than this brown color. Maybe even like the color of my nails. Something along that line, which that is kind of similar, but just not exactly as rich or as deep. But then even something going as dark as this, but this looks more like a black granite. And so I probably wouldn't go that dark. And I'm not talking about in terms of texture. I'm just talking about in terms of the color. But then I was also thinking about doing an actual pop of color, because y'all know me, I'm a colorful girl. I had made the decision that I was going to try to make the whole space, make the space all neutral. And this way, when I get bored or want to change things up, I'm not going into this full overhaul mode every time. Which was why, well, this space has always kind of been kind of neutral. But the walls themselves have never been painted in any dark colors, so to speak. This room and then the other room both have like these richer tones in terms of the furniture. But then when I changed it up in here, I liked the way that it felt with, you know, having this all white. It's technically not white, but kind of gives this all white feel. And I actually do like this. I've always wanted a space that was kind of all white in this way. And this is actually the family room. This is where we spend most of the time when we're together. So where was I going with that? Oh, I say that to say I was intending to kind of go all neutral on the walls, because y'all know I've been complaining a whole lot about the yellow and all that kind of stuff. But I still think that it may be a little bit too bland for me if I were to just go white all around, or beige or tan or almond or whatever gray. You know, if I do that all around in the space, I feel like I'm going to get or grow tired of that pretty fast. And so I am considering, if I don't do something that has like, you know, the browns or the richer browns or something like that in terms of an accent on one of the walls or something in there, I was thinking about doing something like a turquoise, like it's more like a teal. This color is called Jade. And I think that it would be really pretty on, you know, a wall or maybe on the bar area. Nothing where it's going all over the wall where it's going to basically take over the space. I don't want that. With the color of the cabinets and the color that I am anticipating going in with throughout the house, I think that adding just a little something in, you know, a little small space would work. So that's why we buy samples, to try it out to see whether or not it will work or not. And that is what I am thinking that I'm going to do. Kind of talked to my mom a little bit about it. And she was saying that she thought that the teal color would look really nice too. And like I said, it's funny that all these bold colors are now coming back as I'm growing tired of them, or have been tired of them for like ever. As they're coming back, I'm transitioning into something on more of a neutral take. But because, like I said, because I like color so much, I don't think that my space will ever be totally in this opaque or like nude-like kind of sense, because it's just not my vibe. But I feel like if I go in and do something a little bit more toned down, then that will give me the ability to change things more without being or having to be so committed to one particular color scheme or whatever, which is probably why I grew so tired of it, because everything was kind of geared towards one or two colors. And if you didn't go in that direction, then your space just wasn't going to match. So anyway, just wanted to share that I had gotten the samples like I told you guys that I would. And hopefully this week I'm going to make a decision about the color. I was trying to hold out on putting up any Christmas decor in the kitchen area until I went in with paint. So y'all stay tuned. I am going to, like I said, try to pick a good color. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, start the painting process and then kind of go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the vlog here. And I'll pick up where I left off. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be starting a new vlog. I don't know whether or not I'm going to decorate the tree just yet. But I do think that I may get up another tree or two tonight. Maybe. Just getting them set up. I'm probably not going to, like I said, actually do any decorating. But I do want to go ahead and get the trees set. So that's probably what I'll pick up on the next vlog. Alright y'all, so that's going to be it for this vlog. If you've made it this far in the video and you're not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. Remember to like, share, comment, once again subscribe, do all the other things that the other YouTubers tell you to do. And I'm going to catch up with y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.